Actress Gina Carano is suing Disney, her former employer, after she was a couple of years ago fired from the Mandalorian TV show because of comments that she'd made on social media. Now, she is suing them with a backer, financial supporter who you might have heard of before. It is Elon Musk. Because he apparently, back in the day, like I think it was about a year ago, had said, if you've ever lost your job because of something that you said on social media, I'm gonna help you sue the corporation. Okay, it's one of the ways that he pretends to be in favor of free speech when he is not purging the site of left-wing journalists who are critical of issues that he is not on the same side of. And Gina Carano is talking about it on Twitter. And he says, please let us know if you'd like us to join the lawsuit against Disney. So he wants to go after Disney because they're woke or something, whatever. Anyway, she is seeking a court order that would require Lucasfilm to reinstate her or compensate her for at least $75,000, which seems like a very low amount of money, but that's what she's asking for. She says that she's suffered emotional damage over her firing and has lost millions of dollars in income, which is at least theoretically possible. I will give her that. But I will remind you of what she lost her job over. So the biggest single post was this, you can see it, a post on Instagram where the message here is, if you're a Republican today, if you're a conservative today, it's like the Holocaust for you. That is the point that she made. Some people found that to be anti-Semitic. A few people thought that that was minimizing this singular historic tragedy. It wasn't the only thing that she did. She ridiculed the idea of posting your pronouns on social media. Some people found that to be transphobic. She also echoed claims of widespread voter fraud. She also mocked mask mandates to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Basically just took up a whole bunch of donkey-brained right-wing political positions. And Disney at the time fired her over it and said, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. So look, she has said that this is not a consistent stance that they have taken, that there have been other people who have posted things that are sort of similar. The actress who plays Shuri in the Black Panther movies has posted stuff about vaccines, that sort of thing, and that she shouldn't have been fired. Okay, it's a stance. Obviously, they don't like the idea that there should be strike back or any consequences for right-wing speech. I would just remind you what happens to, for instance, grade school teachers that acknowledge that they're gay in Florida these days. They're okay with certain people losing their jobs over exercising their free speech. But Gina Carano is liked on the right, so they have a different standard for her. Sharon, what do you think about this lawsuit?
I think that she has a right to pursue wrongful termination and point out, as she sees it, that male stars, that other women, as you mentioned, the Black Panther actress, didn't suffer the consequences of their public statements. I just think she's annoying, and so is her financial backer. I have to be honest with you. If you think you did nothing wrong, great. We all know people who've been blackballed and just kicked out of places just for expressing free speech. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a right to pursue this, but I just think she wants to burn the house down just because. And I'm okay with people who want to burn the house down sometimes, but I'm just not feeling her truth, her motivation, when there's so many things that you pointed out, a few of them, that speak to who she actually is. And I think perhaps, I don't want to defend Disney, they're right to say, well, okay, you said who you are and this is who we are, and thank you for your service.
Yeah, I would also, the context specifically to Star Wars is Star Wars, the Star Wars fandom, or quote unquote fandom, I don't know that they're true fans, but they say that they are, have engaged in some campaigns over the hiring of women to play roles, people of color to play roles. Disney has been trying to fight back against this bullying and harassment, anti-Semitism, racism, misogyny. So this was one instance where maybe they would say that that's what they're doing. I agree, you're right. If she wants to claim this wrongful termination, then they can have a lawsuit or whatever. I just also would want some consistency. If the idea is, how dare you do anything over her taking all of these right-wing positions? Well, I would just remind you, like, how did they act when, like, Bud Light acknowledged the existence of Dylan Mulvaney? They're still boycotting Bud Light. Taylor Swift hasn't even endorsed Joe Biden, and
Not
they
a
can't
word.
stop attacking her for her non-speech in this case. She didn't go on like rants about the Holocaust. She just like said, hey, maybe people should register to vote. So they have very opportunistic stances on what is okay speech-wise. And I would say, look, I think you can have different standards if the speech is different. If you're attacking people, if you're spreading conspiracy theories, that is not the same thing than just saying go vote. But they think you should be stopped from asking people to vote, but the conspiracy theories are okay. I think that that is leaning in the wrong direction. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.